bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? It is Thursday, April 23rd. 23rd. Whew. April's gone, y'all. 2026. Good morning, card fishing. How are you doing? How have you been? How have you been? What is going on in your life? Drop something. Drop something. Good and you. Doing pretty good. Um, everything is going pretty well at work. Coming up on a triple booked Monday, so not looking forward to Monday, but it's Thursday. I have a couple more days to plan and prep and prepare myself for that. We'll be going out of town this weekend with my wife. Just got a haircut for that event. My hair was all over the place, wild prior to this haircut. Gr- Plan to grow it out, and whenever that happens, it gets weird. Um, so we're here, we're seeing it. Thank you, appreciate it. Um, so yeah, busy week. It was a busy couple of days, Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was pretty relaxed because Monday, Tuesday was so busy. Um, so I was able to get into the barber chair and get it done and get home early yesterday. Um, hang with my wife. No, actually, not hang with my wife. Got home early. She wasn't there. She had errands to run, and so then I was able to get into a nice solid workout. Um, and a then she came home, and we had our she brought our daughter home early from school, claiming to be sick but then not acting very sick, one of those kind of things. Whatever was emotionally going on with her, we may never know, but we will try. We did sort of try to figure that out. Um, we we landed on. It seemed like she just didn't want to go to her sister's swim meet, so she was conversing earlier in the day with both me and grandma about picking her up from school and taking her directly to the swim meet because it's kind of like school gets out around 2:30, the swim meet starts at 3. It's a 20-minute drive, so there's yeah, I think she our thought is she just was having a day and just didn't want to go. Didn't want to have an extra long day. Um, it's I mean, they're not fun. As a parent, it's great to watch your kid um do that, like have an event, like swim, put in their effort, but then the heat, sitting on the bleachers, being contained in one area, like there's not a lot of there's a lot of not fun aspects of sporting events as a spectator. So as a sibling who, barely has interest in anything other than herself and her friends, uh, like I can see that. My daughter asks me every day I pick both kids up if I'll take her home before grabbing him. Yeah. So it's the same thing with my wife. It's like and we have 3 kids in 3 schools, so it's like one of them is getting picked up late. Thankfully, our oldest in high school has good morning, Chelsea, has all these extra sports and clubs and stuff like that. Thank you. Thank you. I finally got it done. Um and So it makes it a little easier, but between the 2 younger ones, it's a constant struggle for my wife. And so that's one of the reasons why I stay home on Friday to take that day off her plate. And then, have been trying my hardest to come home early Mondays and Tuesdays as well. Or no, sorry, not Mondays and Tuesdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays as well, to alleviate those days. So it's thankfully coming down to like just Mondays and Thursdays that we have this struggle of, the kids wanting to be picked up and taken directly home. Like they just want to go home to their safe base. They want to go to their room. They want to like, get all the backpacks and the stuff off of them and get into more comfortable clothes. They want a snack. Like my kids just want to like raid the freaking pantry. Like that was a problem that we went into yesterday. So my wife and I then picked Bentley up from school and took him directly to the swim meet for Bailey. And the kid was just like, I want a snack. I want food. I'm hungry. I'm like the whole entire swim meet. It was just nonstop. And we had a bag of snacks. Like we planned for this. Um, the only thing my wife didn't do that she wanted to do, and she even said, I should do this, but then didn't, was like the last swim meet, she just like ordered him McDonald's so that he can just like eat a more of a meal. That's his version of a meal. That's my 7-year-old's meal. Don't judge me. Ryan Turner's not here, so I'm good. Um, and she did not do that, or we didn't have time, or it slipped our mind. And so, man, was that dude just like he went through all the snacks in the bag, then went down to the snack stand a couple of times. It was a lot. I lost my patience, and I was you know, because for whatever reason, the seating arrangement worked out where I was closer to him. It should just never be a thing. To mom, I'm sorry, moms. You're better at it. That was my gratitude journal today. Was I'm grateful for my wife's patience and her understanding and her uh, no quit, never ending commitment to our children. She's- the girl's amazing. I can't handle it. Like I was getting so frustrated with him. I was like, dude, just stop. Like, just stop eating things for an hour. Like, please. Um, so that was my day yesterday. That was my frustration. Bailey got bumped up to varsity yesterday in three events, and she was crazy nervous, like been freaking out, shaking in her boots. And she did great. Like she did, she swam longer races, which normally she's more of a sprinter, the shorter races. And she did great. Like her times were, not bad at all for basically like doubling what she swims. And and it was I think it was potentially a little humbling for her because she's basically spent this whole year as like the top dog in JV and has like won pretty much every race up until she got to the big tournament last weekend. And so she did you know, got beat yesterday. She was the slower one in the majority of the races she was in. And so I'm hoping that was a little bit of humility there, a little bit of humble pie. I think we knew it going into it, that she was, slower than the varsity girls, but she was getting real like she's on that threshold to being bumped up. So I think they wanted to push her, and they did, and she did get some good times for, things that she's not used to running. Yeah, the food struggle is real. Knack. Knack is all I hear. Snack, nice. Yeah, that's cute. That's adorable. Um, thank you, man. Good morning, David. Nice ears. Yep. They're there. They exist. They do exist. They were covered by lots and lots of hairs. And I look so much younger, right, guys? That's what you're all thinking? Because like half the gray is gone. Like the gray is out of the beard now. Yeah. I like specifically have the barber just like pluck all the grays. No, I'm just kidding. It's up there. Uh, so yeah, that's the day yesterday. It was a decent one. It was a decent one. Then and the in-laws came over. We hung out, talked, chatted. Um, had a slight issue with their daughter. Yeah, Amy and Brooklyn were just not. I think Amy quizzed her a little too hard on why she was coming home early. And then she also, like, as if that wasn't enough. I tried to say this to my wife, but it's difficult sometimes. As if that wasn't enough to, like, you know, give your daughter shit for coming home early and feeling sick or just not wanting to go to the swim meet. She then decided to attack the conversation that is never a fun one of grades. And it just sets the two of them off, the instant grades that parents can now see, and the typical response from the kids is, "I turned that in. It just hasn't been graded. It's not updated. That's not my grade." Um, or I think one of the lines was like, D is still a pretty good grade, mom." Good morning, Oz. How you doing? Um, I was waiting for the start time and just thought, no, no problem, man. We're here. So that was there was contention there. There was a very upset little girl that walked into the house and blew past her dad and just went right upstairs. Didn't get to engage with my child at all. Locked herself into her room and was just not having it. When we got back from the swim meet, she did come down. I was able to get my hug and like a little bit of a smile and laughter out of her, but then she was still not feeling mom. So she was running away from mom as much as possible as mom was trying to get a hug. So yeah, it was one of those days. Um Funny enough, well, I guess we could tie it into the reading. We're at about that 15-minute mark. Uh the reading today is "Don't Thrust Them Away." So it's it works, it works with the tie-in. My wife, I quizzed her. I was like, "Honey, do you hug the kids?" Because my wife's not like a very physically affectionate person. And she's like, "Yeah, what are you talking about? I give them a hug every day, each one of them." And then she recalled the morning's drop off yesterday, and she was basically saying, "Oh shoot, we had a little like different of a drop off yesterday morning, and I didn't end up giving Brooklyn a hug uh, goodbye to school." And then she looks at Brooklyn 'cause she was in the room. She's like, "Brooklyn, is that why you're so upset with me? Is because you didn't get a hug? Well, I'll just give you two right now." And by that time, the feelings were hurt from the conversations in the car that I already explained. And yeah, those days do happen. And Brooklyn was not having it. And that was when the chasing around the kitchen happened and stuff like that. So turned we there was an attempt to turn the moments, the struggles into a fun one, which is essentially what the reading, gets into, is that they're gonna be messy. They're gonna, like Bentley is one of the ones with always has dirty hands, always dirty fingers. Such a boy. Um, Holy crap. Guys, something just
What's up, Tom?
look at this guy. How you doing?
Good man.
What are you up to? Cooking breakfast? Just decided to pop in as you flip some crepes?
No crepes. I'm matching tops to cups today. That's what I'm doing.
Matching tops to
Uh,
cups. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
yeah, no, just needed a little Dom energy today. That's all.
What's up, dude? Awesome.
Yeah.
How you
Did you
been,
do
man?
did you do the reading?
Yeah, I was just getting into it.
Let's do it.
Psyched.
I didn't read.
David thinks he's tripping out right now. He's saying this is a psychedelic episode. I think I see Jason.
Yeah. Good morning, David. Good morning,
Good morning,
MP.
MP. Just walked
Cards.
in. MP just walked into like this show three weeks ago where he's like, Dom has a fresh cut and Jason's back. This is weird. What's up?
Yeah, you got. I enjoy yours. I got like a 1980s dad cut going.
Yeah, you do.
But I
Yeah,
gotta
you do.
get
I like it when the sideburns curl. When the bottom just like curls back. That's always funny.
when
The
it kind of
fuck is
flops
going
out.
on here? Yes, MP. This is the Twilight Zone.
Chills, what's up? Look at all these names I haven't seen forever.
Yep. So what'd you think of the reading?
Well, I was going to ask you that first because I didn't.
Who's got the dirtiest hands out of your kids? Do any of your girls have dirty hands?
Oh man, right now my 7-year-old, because she loves monkey bars.
Yeah.
And she's been developing her calluses, so her hands are really dirty.
Nice. Yeah, Bentley came out of school with a 12-inch tear in his pants, and we didn't have time to go home to change him. So my wife coined him a homeless guy as we were going to the swim event. And then his hands are just covered in like marker and dirt in his nails. And so like the reading kind of references like, your kids are dirty, and maybe you don't want them to get you, to come touch you. Like I've had those moments where I'm like, nope, I'm wearing my nice shirt right now. Don't touch me.
I'm wearing my one nice shirt.
This is the one you haven't dirtied. Why did I put this white shirt on? Why do I buy white shirts anymore? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I have 0 clean pants.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all covered in teacher stuff. But yeah, so 7-year-old, dirtiest hands.
Yep.
Here's what happened. My book was torn apart twice by one of my dogs.
Oh, really?
It is looking ragged and forgotten.
Nice.
But I did fix it, so it looks like it was like lost in a shipwreck and then found and then preserved as an artifact. Everything's still there, just looking very, very.
The dogs ate my homework was my go-to as well. Yeah, guys. This is Jason's excuse for why he hasn't been here for 3 weeks. His dogs ate his book.
My dog. It's a universal excuse. It's everywhere.
Yep. The kids, boys and dogs. I'm sure Chels can relate to this. She's probably already dealing with, but as soon as you get them out of the bath or the hands washed, it's right into the mud. It's like a magnet. I'm clean. Find me some dirt. But yeah. Don't push them away though. Like let them be them, have fun. Realize that you can buy a new shirt, that, you can steam clean a sofa or a rug or buy a new rug. Like, this stuff comes and goes, but what's going to be more important is that you don't end up being that voice in their back of their mind for eternity that is like, Dad didn't love me because I had dirty hands. Like Dad wouldn't let me give him a hug. That, like how we talk about, that could be your last hug. And it could be for some silly reason because you were just wearing a suit and you didn't want a hug at that moment.
So the thought that comes to my head is, what are the things that that grind on me that I might be vocal about with my kids? It's a good question. I think I don't push away, but in the past, I think I've definitely like kind of vocalized my displeasure. I think screen time, that does get to me.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, I may have made comments that to a 13-year-old was like, oh, here comes Dad.
Yeah.
I'm on edge because every time he sees me, he's going to say something. That's something I kind of realized over the past, a few months. So my thinking that's kind of shifted is I want them to feel comfortable doing the things that they do when I come into a room. how do I do that?
Yeah.
It's, instead of commenting on how long have you been on the screen, it's more like now, hey, what are you watching?
Oh, yeah. Get curious.
Yeah.
Channel your inner Ryan Turner.
Yes.
The most curious person I know.
Yeah. He's Ryan is a really good question asker.
Yes.
I also haven't seen him in a while.
I know. Yeah, Q David is saying, who's this Ryan?
Who are these Turner brothers?
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a thing that I kind of reflected on too when I was reading this earlier this morning. I got distracted. Actually, I didn't get distracted. I've been trying to read this other book, and I was a little early. So my thing has been similar thing. Like when I see them doing something that I don't like really want them to do or would prefer them to do something else, I'm definitely one of those people that makes those little shitty comments of like, oh, still on the iPad. Just yeah, I guess you haven't moved from the couch today. Guess we're not getting out of our pajamas. Like all those kind of things. That are kind of like the reading says, like that's more of a pushing them away kind of thing versus trying to find a fun way to engage with them. Or like my wife always reminds me, like grab a game out of the game closet and ask them if they want to play. She does a good job of reminding me of that stuff, and I do a good job of not listening. I checked the milk carton. I saw a picture of Ryan. For sure, the strict bad cop parent. Oh, sorry. I got you.
Oslop.
Yeah, this is a new friend who just came in.
What's up,
Like
Oslop?
a week ago.
My name's
Got
Jason.
3 kids. Yeah, Oz doesn't even know that there's other people that used to be on the screen with me. He's just been seeing me the last couple days.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know how good this show was. Like it's in its downturn right now because it's just me up there. He's got 3 boys. Jason has 3 girls.
Yeah, 13, 11, 7. Got the whole range.
Sorry, I'm reading this chat. I am so sorry. But I hope you guys all are too. I'm just not going to read it out loud. And iPads, ages.
I'll read it. I noticed that about me as well. With my 9-year-old and screen time, my wife brought it up that maybe I feel like that because I wasn't aware of other things he has already done, like homework or helping with the kids. So now I'm making an effort to be more present and aware of the things he does. But that's hard because I feel like I'm hovering. Yeah.
Sorry, young gentlemen, you could succeed in future. Yeah, so I agree with that. I was that way too. I would come home and I would come home late and I would just see the kids on the couch on their iPads or in their rooms, and I'd be like, God, this is all you guys do. And then my wife would be like, untrue, sir. They got home at 3 o'clock. They did this, this, and this. They're just down regulating right now. They're just relaxing. They're just chilling. And it's hard to understand that, those 4 days a week when I'm out, and about, and I don't see these things. And then come the weekend, unless we plan something, unless we have something to do, it's a very similar story. They are screen time. They are chilling, and it would kind of get to me too. But the response to that is school's exhausting. It's like a full work week for me. I want to just like sometimes relax and veg out. Good morning, J Rob. How you doing, bud? And so, it's, I don't know. It's a difficult thing to kind of rationalize back and forth. I grew up with 3 older brothers. I know it sounds like a movie title. I have raised 3 daughters. Wild.
I'm still listening. I'm just in motion.
Gotcha. I didn't know if you were like coming back in. I wanted to give you space to jump in. I'm jumping to my call at the top of the hour. Enjoy your daily dance. Thank you, thank you, David, for stopping by. Appreciate you. Hope that everything's going good out for you out in Baltimore. Yeah. How was the show last night, Jay? That was for IJ Rob, not Jason. Too many Jasons in this crowd.
There's never enough.
Enough
We're
Jasons.
we're never enough Turners. I often realize that the things my son does is what I would have done. Yeah, that's something that I always need a reminder about. Like, I would come home, I would play Nintendo for hours until my dad would like jump in and say, "Hey, you've been on too long," or like that sense of like, that little sense of alertness when a parent walks in when you're doing
Yeah.
something that maybe that they don't quite approve of.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had that when we were driving home yesterday after the swim meet. There were kids on e-bikes doing wheelies in the street. At one intersection, like I had a stop sign, they had a stop sign, but these three kids blew through the stop sign even though I was there first. And I knew it was going to happen, and I just stayed stopped. And my wife goes, "You should have drove into the middle and honked at them. That's what I would have done." And I'm like, "Honey, if I had an e-bike when I was their age, I would have done the same damn thing. I would be wheeling and jumping and terrorizing people left and right." So I see myself in those boys. They're just having fun with the tools that they're given of their time. And like, do they really need someone honking at them and yelling at them? Like, I'm the older, more responsible person at this intersection. So they're only gonna get hit if I'm not paying attention or if I want to, be a dick and hit them. But
Yeah.
otherwise, like, I could just stop longer. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, our neighborhood is plagued with e-bike kids,
Yeah,
which secretly I'm jealous of. I want I want one of those.
I think about it often, especially as I'm mountain biking the old school way with gears up a hill that, I can walk up faster. Uh, in fact, I have been passed by people walking as I slowly, in the easiest gear possible, crank my way up the hill and take breaks because I'm out of breath. Because I'm a 40-year-old overweight dude with a sweet haircut. um, yeah, I love that. I mean, things, card fishing, exactly. Like, put yourself in their shoes. This is what you would have done, and then if you, in those moments, to tie it back to the reading, if in those moments you wanted to engage with your parents, or wanted to, your parents to support you and they didn't, like, you'd feel a certain way. So be the difference for your kids and uh support them in their craziness. Like, try to put yourself in their shoes. What would you do? How wouldn't that be fun to do if you weren't an adult? Best thing ever is if you can actually make the jump from that to, I'm actually going to join them. Like, for me, a lot of the times is like, my son loves like digging in the garden and looking for insects. And like, at first it's like, dude, you're you need to be clean. Like, and then once I can make the jump and go, oh, I'm gonna dig in the garden with him too. It's just better.
Yeah,
Morning, Jay. Another Jay.
jump in, get over your adult self,
Yeah.
enjoy it, be a kid.
Have fun. Like, it helps you relax.
You're not getting any younger.
Yeah. When you're having fun, when you're playing, when you're like using your imagination, when you're doing all those things, like, that's when all the, tax season, marital issues, world political issues, your kids' iPad screen time, hoop season, as some people in Wisconsin have, like, that's when all that goes away. And you have, 5, 10, 20 minutes of what it's like to be a kid and have fun again.
Yeah, agreed.
It's relaxing.
Dylan, it is 7:02. I have a hard stop at 7 o'clock, so I got to jump out.
Isn't it 7?
No, it's 7:02. I have a hard stop at 7 o'clock. So
2 minutes ago?
2 minutes ago. Yeah.
Bye. You want me to just remove you from the stage?
I gotta wash. I gotta go wash myself. Good to see you, man. I will
You
see
too, buddy.
Love
Tune
you all.
in tomorrow as me and MP go live in the morning, unless he randomly decides to pick up a golf game and bails on me, like last week. Thank you very
What's
much,
up,
everybody.
bitches?
Appreciate you
What's
as
up?
always.
Wake
I don't know
up.
why I clicked that button so
It's
early.
the morning time.
Love it.
Let's
Okay, bye.
let's get out of here. See you, buddy. See you, everyone. Have a great day. I don't know what Chels was doing, but bye.